And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
The NBA season in full swing now. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for the Warriors, a lot of teams would be happy to be sitting fourth in the Western Conference at this stage of the season, but for this team, it could be considered a regression. Let us talk about Steph Curry, Shaq. He continues to set records. In last season's playoffs, just the second player in NBA history with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 7 threes in one game.
Ernie, his shooting touch gets all the attention, but he's also a great rebounder and a great passer at the point guard spot. He was a little upset last season. The GMs ranked him the 3rd best shooting guard in the NBA. Maybe not the classic pass first point, but he's a playmaker as well as a scorer.
What does it sound like when he hits one of those threes?
Yakum.
Anything else?
Splakakatayow.
That's more like it. Here's Kevin Harlan.
And you have to love the lights up Chicago as seen over Millennium Park. We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
You know, Kevin, you and I see it all the time. Teams going through hot streaks and cold spells, and anytime a team can find its rhythm and put together a number of wins in a row, that's always encouraging.
Well, they definitely got ahead of steam now, and it's been hard to tell so far what the true ability of this team is. But from what we've seen lately, there could be some big things down the road for this club.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Harrison Barnes is out there with Draymond Green, and finished off by Rose.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Here's Curry, following the score by Derrick Rose. Thompson, a screen on Gasol. And the shot is long. So it's Chicago now. 4-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
Yeah, it was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
With 1 on the clock, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Curry.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Bulls out front, up 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Next Tuesday, December 9th, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. An Eastern Conference showdown. Be there.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Inside, Gibson and Noah. Heinrich is out there with Brooks, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Heinrich with it. Lets it go from deep. Lee gets the rebound. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Brooks. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Barbosa against Heinrich. The drive by Iguodala. And that concludes the first half. Bulls lead by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 6. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Draymond Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And so here is Chicago. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Here's Thompson, rejected by Gasol. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Chicago making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And Mirotic subbed in for Dunleavy. The Warriors also with a sub. David Lee's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's Lee. Curry kicks to Barnes. Thompson from long range. And it's Thompson again missing. Butler attacking. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls out front, leading by 10. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
Coming up next Thursday, December 11th, James Harden and the Houston Rockets take on DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings. Big-time hoops coming your way.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question. I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bulls.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And looking at the arc of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year, so this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series against the Warriors.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Rose. You look at the energy brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see he was a difference maker.
The forward combination of Dunleavy and Gibson. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. And it's Gasol at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Some changes for Chicago. Muhammad, he's checked in for Gasol. Heinrich comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose.
I'm sure he would have liked to have nailed all of them at the stripe, but that should be good enough to end this thing. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And Brooks, here we go. And the basket by Muhammad.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Here's Barbosa, and it's blocked by Muhammad. Holiday against Brooks. For three, Dunleavy. The shot is off. Here's Livingston. Misses there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Derrick Rose.